Democratic Republic of Congo's top court has confirmed that it had definitely excluded opposition leader Jean-Pierre Bemba from December's presidential election because of a witness tampering conviction at the International Criminal Court. Bemba, a former vice president and warlord, finished second to President Joseph Kabila in a 2006 election that sparked deadly clashes in Kinshasa. He has been excluded from joining the country's presidential race. For more on these, I have joining me on Skype from Washington, D.C., an African affairs analyst, Maurice Carney. Maurice, how does this exclusion provide for a level field, given that Bemba was a strong opposition figure?
Well, the field is not level at all, and the unequal field did not just begin with Jean-Pierre Bemba. Moise Katumbi, who's a challenger of Kabila, was prevented from returning to the country to register for the presidential race. So Kabila is basically, for all intents and purposes, not only choosing a successor, but also choosing his opponents. So that's really what we see unfolding, where Joseph Kabila is pretty much in control of all the apparatus of the state. He's in control of the military. He's in control of the so-called Independent Electoral Commission. He's in control of the constitutional courts. They all respond to his desires and wishes. So the field is anything but equal.
All right. So, do you think this will now likely force the other opposition members like Felix Tshisekedi, Moise Katumbi to rally behind a common candidate?
I doubt it. The opposition is weak. The opposition is divided, and there are a number of opportunists within the opposition, and that has strengthened Joseph Kabila's hand. Where do you find the greatest resistance to the Kabila government is in the civil society. They're striving to pressure Kabila in order for him to do a number of things. One, get rid of so-called electronic voting machine, which is seen as an instrument to facilitate the rigging and the cheating during the elections. Two, open up civic space so that people can assemble and demonstrate. Three, the electoral rolls, the voters' rolls. There are up to 10 million voters that are unverified. So the pressure coming from on Kabila is coming from the civil society in order for him to basically lay a foundation for free and transparent elections. But it's going to take a great deal of organizing and mobilizing for that to actually bear fruit.
Well, President Kabila's decision not to run and his choice of Emmanuel Ramazani Shadari came as a surprise to many, even Kabila's political circle. What is his exact prediction about the election outcome?
Well, one thing to keep in mind is that Kabila is trying to hold on to power. Remember, he was supposed to organize elections in 2016, but he didn't. He tried a number of avenues for holding on to power. Now, as a result of pressure from the Congolese population, from regional players like Angola and South Africa and Botswana, and from the international community like the United Nations, the African Union, United States and European Union, Kabila was forced to choose a successor. Now, because he chose a successor doesn't necessarily mean, as I stated earlier, that he's going to let go of the reins of power. So this move by Kabila is a last-ditch effort in order to hold on to power. And he's formed a coalition, Common Front for the Congo, where he's the moral authority and people respond to him. And it is through that coalition of the Common Front for the Congo that he seeks to hold on to power, irrespective of who he picks as a successor, whether it was Ramazani or anyone else. Kabila is the real force in the Congo right now, and that doesn't bode well for the future.
Right, Maurice Carney, before I let you go, one key concern raised by watchers of Congolese politics is the fact that the judiciary and bureaucracy have been filled over the years by loyalists of the president. How is it not easy to think that they'll do this is bidding?
Oh, no, you don't have to speculate around that. What we see unfolding right now with the Constitutional Court, with the ousting of Jean-Pierre Bemba, is a clear sign of the court doing the bidding of Kabila. What is predictable, if things go on as they're planned for elections to be held on December 23rd in the current climate, Ramazani Shadari, he's going to win. The field, the game is rigged. Kabila has done a masterful job of controlling the courts, controlling the Electoral Commission, controlling the security forces. So in the current environment, there is no way that we see December coming in and Kabila not holding on to power through Ramazani.
All right, Maurice Carney, just tell us what your own prognostication is, based on all of these issues. What do you think personally?
Well, I think the instability will continue. I think the lack of legitimacy that we see in the Kabila regime, should Ramazani take over, that will continue. Really what is needed in order for there to be stability and some semblance of democracy in the country is for a process to be established without Kabila being a part of that process. That is to say, a transition without Kabila where elections can be organized in a free and transparent manner. Absent of that, we're going to continue to see the instability that we see in the Congo. We're going to continue to see the lack of legitimacy among its leaders. So the hope for stability, for progress in the country, is for Kabila to fully step aside, for a process to be put in place where he doesn't have anything to do with it. Other than that, we'll continue to experience trouble in the future in the Congo.
All right, live from Washington, D.C., an African Affairs analyst, Maurice Carney, thank you so much for your time on the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much.